got 31 points against Alabama. He's
Yeah.
had 2 weeks to prepare for LSU. Do you think he can do the same thing against LSU's defense?
I think what he did against Alabama was one of the better game plans I've seen from any opposing team against Alabama. I thought he designed some really good plays. They had some really impressive drives. I think he'll probably see even more man-to-man against LSU, and so I think he can probably design some really good plays. And I think it also see how LSU comes off a very disappointing performance at home in a big environment with the whole country watching. And Florida came off a loss against Georgia, and then last week kind of didn't show up against Missouri. Will that be the same case for LSU in this game? Although it is a rivalry game, which can kind of pick up your spirits a little bit, it's hard to get back up again. And we're going to see if LSU can try to figure that out. But if not, I think Arkansas can make it a long day for them.
What have you thought about Ty Storey watching him throughout the season?
I think he's gotten a lot better. I think he was the better of the quarterbacks that have played. I think they all have a role, but I think he was just someone, even from the spring game, that kind of gave him a little bit more of a spark. And sometimes you'll see, you ask yourself, what is it? Is it your ability to throw? Is it your ability to run? Is it your ability, And I don't know if it's any of it. For some reason, it's just he moves the football, gets first downs, can kind of make the plays. I think that he's got a little bit of a moxie to him that you kind of like as a quarterback, and he's been also leading the offense better and better as the year's gone on, and they haven't been able to get the wins that they've wanted, but they've competed late in the games and they put up a lot of points. And I think Chad will continue to get this offense more and more like he wants it, and pretty soon I think you'll see Arkansas being a pretty high powerful offense.
Tim, you played against Arkansas twice, won the SEC championship and one game up here in Fayetteville. What are your memories of those two games?
We also played them my senior year at home.
You had 3 of them. That's right.
And
Sure
they,
that was a close one.
That was a close one. Yeah. We had to have a fourth quarter 2-minute drive to win that one. So yeah, Arkansas always played us extremely tough, very competitive. Those teams they had some talent though.
Yeah, you had
McFadden, Felix Jones, Peyton Hillis. That was some underrated, really good football teams. And I remember it took everything we had, all those games, to be able to pull away some wins.
You're a warm, obviously Florida guy. What do you think about the weather in Louisiana? You think they're going to be able to deal with that? The last time they were here in 2014, it was about this temperature. And
I think honestly, I think it helps Arkansas. I really do. I think just any form of adversity type of weather, whether it's rain, snow, sleet, cold, wind, any of that, I think it helps Arkansas. I think they're probably more used to it. But once again, it's just another obstacle for LSU to overcome, to mentally get prepared. And I think there's kind of 2 ways they can handle it. They can come in and take out their frustration against Alabama on Arkansas, or they can, kind of just go through the motions. And we'll see what type of leadership they have.
Tim, you mentioned the SEC championship in 2006. Arkansas really hasn't competed for one since 2011. Do you think they've lost a little respect in the SEC?
I don't know if they've lost respect in the SEC. I don't think that they were able to recruit at the same level they did in the past, or kind of find those gems that they did. And then I think it was trying to figure out their identity. Who are you? There were a couple games when they played against Alabama where they played Alabama the best out of any team the entire year. I think one time was here when it was 14-7 for the most part. But is this Arkansas team, they recruited for several years as a big boy, we're going to smash mouth it, run down your throat. Now they're figuring out, okay, we're going to be more of a spread team, up tempo. So Chad's got to kind of get those guys. You got to find the right guys for your system to find the right fit. And I don't think that they've lost respect. I just think they got to kind of find their identity and get the right guys to fit their scheme.
Have you seen enough for Chad Morris to think he's going to have success or fail at Arkansas?
I don't think you've seen enough, but my hunch is that he's going to do a good job. You just got to give him time. You got to believe in him a lot like Stoops in Kentucky, and let him fit. his guys to his scheme, let him work. He's had a lot of success on offense everywhere he's been, and I think he will continue to develop this team into what he wants it to be, and they will have more success in the future, I think.
If you had to pick one key for tomorrow's game for Arkansas to get a win, what would be the key?
I think it's being able to design a few gadget plays similar to how they did against Alabama, to get chunks, to keep this crowd into it, to get the team fired up, to maybe go up 10-3, 7-0 and get a lead like that, where your team feels like, okay, we're in it. We can compete with this team. And the longer that goes, the more the underdog always has a chance. And so I think it's to give them that belief early would be huge.